Record. All right, guys. Good evening. This is Cash here. JR, he'll just be observing today. I'll be doing most of the talking today. So, guys, anyways, I hope everybody in America, my American buddies, had a good Thanksgiving. We celebrate something called Thanksgiving for my foreigners from outside of the U.S. So that kind of explains why I wasn't here also for like 2 days. But we're back. We're back to the grind. We have about 3 solid weeks left of trading. All right, we have about 3 good solid weeks of trading before it starts to kind of slow down. All right. Uh, Other than that, I hope everybody's doing well, has been studying, has been doing what they're supposed to do, and yeah, let's begin. So Jacob, one of the issues my boy Jacob has is that this is his personal statement. So I caught six perfect setups last week. All right, 25 pips minimum. A few paid out more than 50. That's golden, right? That's what we want. I still ended with a negative balance. All right, I still ended with a negative balance though because the little trades in between were this. So this week I'll just work on my discipline and stop listening to. Oh, I need to cut this off. Sorry, guys. All right, and I'll stop listening to other people because that gets to me. All right, discipline and stop loss placement is my two priorities to work on this week. All right, so Jacob, here is what I'll tell you, and a message for everybody else that suffers with this. This can also go with over trading. All right, some of you guys, right? I've said that don't trade every day because we don't want to give our profits back to these guys. What's the point of you making $800, $1,000 day, and the next day you give it all back? Right? There's no point in that. All right, might as well just have not traded and saved yourself some time, right? Okay, so also the discipline, that's where the discipline comes, right? You need to sit on your hands and sometimes be like, look, hey, I made $1,000 or whatever, 500, 100. I'm not gonna trade because over trading gets you to want more. When you start wanting more, it's not, I'm not saying it's bad, but when you start wanting more, that's when you start having those little losses and stuff. You're trying to know where I'm going with this. All right. And stop loss placement, very important. I address this all the time. You're a fool. You're an excuse me, but you're an idiot if you don't use a stop loss. All right. Okay. So let's, before I go over some setups of last week, let's go over now the subject of today. The title is going to be called Confidence, and I'll go over what that's going to be about, okay? So let me ask you, have you ever been on a trade? All right, let's show you an example. All right, let's zoom in right here. Okay, right there. That's perfect. All right, have you ever been in a trade? Or let's say you wake up late and you see this movement right here. So ignore this. All right, ignore all of this crap right here. So price is right here. You wake up and you see this, and this was a beautiful. You see the 1, 2, 3 vectors to the low, all the pins to the bottom, right? And you miss this. Have you ever been like, man, like I don't want to miss the move, so might as well take it. F it, right? Just F it, just because I know it's gonna go my way, so according to you. All right. Next thing you know, it goes in major. In this example, it just consolidated, but in some occasions, and they happen a lot because they've happened to me before. I've struggled with this personally, but I've already got over this. Right? There's this part where, let's say you got the W and you're right here, and then it backfire about 25, 30 pips, and you're down bad. You're like, damn, what did I do? Your confidence starts to kind of dwindle, I would say. All right. Uh, let me see. Let me look at the chat box real quick. Yeah, I don't know whose background is that, honestly, bro. Yeah, I don't know whose background is it. It's not mine. Uh, let's see. Yeah, someone muted themselves. Jacob, they got it. They got it. Yeah. All right, good. Anyways, so if you didn't hear me again, I'll say it again, Jacob, real quick. So, you've ever been in a trade, you get your W formation, you perceive this as your level one. Just let's just say that's your level one, and then you get in, and then it drops massively, like you're down 25 to 50 whatever pips, right? So your confidence starts to dwindle. If you keep on repeating this same behavior all the time, you're going to get used to it, and you're never going to have I would say you're never going to have the confidence to, like, instead of saying, be confident, be like, look, man, I'm not going to trade because I'm late. I'm going to wait for a better setup. Let's say they come here and spike this area one more time. You're like, yeah, now I'm confident that this will pay out because they pinned this area one more time, grabbed some orders, and then they shift the zone, got the hell out of there. Okay. But if you keep on doing these behaviors, you just get in just because you think it's going to go your way, that's wrong. And those are habits that are going to destroy you and your account. All right. I'm telling you from experience. All right. And let me see. Yeah, I never enter late for this reason, because I want to practice getting in at the perfect moment. That's something I actually want to talk about also, about the perfect entry. Some of you guys over here trying to get that little perfect entry king, which is, I'm not saying it's bad, but all right, but it's all about, to me, it's about the profit, man. I don't give a damn if you get in here. If you get in $1,000, that's $1,000. What's the difference if you get in here? Let's just say you're entry king. You think you're entry king, and you get in here, right? You get in here with one standard, and what's the difference if you get in here with 5 lots? Which one's gonna make more money, right? Of course, the 5 lots, right? Why? Well, first of all, here, yeah, you did get a nice entry, little drawdown. That's fine. But some of you guys, including me personally, I like to wait for confirmation, because I know that I can place bigger lots and not, I don't want to say make up for the pips I've already missed. That's not the way we're supposed to be. But, you know, we get in with confidence right here because we know it's going to go our way. That's why we wait for confirmations before we enter. And there we go, right? Profits. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if some of you guys are over there trying to compete with other people just because you want to look clean, just because, I'm entry king, I'm cold, or I'm a beast. you know, like, okay, so what? I don't care. I mean, what's going to impress me is your profits. That's what the people are going to look at. Are you providing with? Are you going to provide with your family with king entries, or are you going to provide with your family with profits? Right? Your friends, or whatever, or provide for yourself. Okay, that's something I wanted to address too, because I'm not saying I see it, but it's something I also kind of had a little issue with back then. And I know some of you guys, you like those little entry kings. All right, so this is what I think about that. All right, and this and that. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying it's wrong, but the best entry is after your confirmations, because what do you know? All right. Now, here, in this instance, they paid out, but notice here, they came in, tapped this area twice. All right. It would be useless if you get the entry king here and then this goes keep dropping. All right. There's no point because you had no confirmation. All right. Just because you think it pins the low, it's going to go up. That's crap. I'm telling you right now, I didn't teach you that. If it pins it with the timing element and everything I've taught you, then I can say, oh, okay, you got it today. All right. Let's see. I never saw it that way. I sent you all my trades. Okay, okay, so nothing for me. All right, so that's that on that entry stuff. And I had another question that someone asked me today about the levels. One more time, we're talking about this freaking levels. All right, all right. So I kind of had a little drawn out already, uh, but okay. So you know who you are. I'm gonna remember I said I was gonna answer this for you, bro. So I'm gonna answer it in front of everybody. Uh, so the question was, how do we know, or how can we try to get an entry on the third level of chop? Was the question, or how can we identify the reversals on level 3? It was a pretty decent question, actually, and I took it into consideration. So that's why I wanted to bring it out here today. So he's asking this. So how can we try to get an entry at the level 3? How? Or what is the pattern that we can identify at this level? So, like I told him, and I'll tell you guys, one of the main patterns that show up on the level 3 is the head and shoulder. Let's take a look at USD Japan real quick, shall we? Just take a quick look. All right. So you won't think I'm BSing. All right. So it's clear as day, right? Head and shoulders. If you look at your phone, it looks so beautiful. All right. In the template, it looks a little weird, but it's right there. Like, technical traders, oh, the break of the neckline, blah, blah, whatever. All right. So here, I said don't trade Asia. They're already dropping right out of the box. They didn't give us a visible stop hunt or a safety trade. All right, that safety trade, I explained it in the advance, so don't worry. I'm just going to bring it up. They didn't give us a safety trade. Now, can it set up for a safety trade? Yes, it can. Okay, but here's the point. So in level 3s, you notice the head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, and sometimes they will give you the Batman. There's two variations on the half of Batman. That's on the advanced training, but one of the half of Batmans is like this, the one that that's I explained a little bit of, and then there's the other one, the one that goes like this, right? So sometimes price comes here and does this. All right, so and then they do a stop on high drop. Notice that the peak, right? You can draw a little trend line if you want, if you ever do that, but they don't come back here to this area once they do the stop on high drop. Why? Because they don't want to release the traders that got stuck for their stupid decisions by buying at the worst time possible, right? Of course, that's what the business is about, right? Burning your account, ending up with your account. That's it, right? Hitting your stops. All right. So here, right, head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, half of Batman, inverted half of Batman. These are the main common level 3 patterns that are there. Now, the other question was, so how can we get an entry here? The answer to that is, to me personally, there's really not a clear I want to say a clear entry here. Why? Because first of all, if you notice UJ, if you count, UJ has been rising since November 5th. So that has been about like 12 days of rise, right? So at this point, like in this example, I wouldn't look to keep on too short, all right? I will look to keep on going long. Now, they came in on Friday, pulled back consolidation, right? Okay. Now here, they didn't give us the visible stop hunt. I was telling my buddy that most of the time when you start going to, when you want to look for trades from the peak, you want to look for the stop on high drop. All right, so there's variations on that one. So there's the one that's called the safety trade, when they would come here, possibly here for London, come here and give you a M or a top like that away from the peak. All right, that's a safety. You have it because it's 50 to 75 pips off the high, which is your peak formation high in this instance. All right, and then you have your directional bias. You expect this to drop about 1 1.5 to 2 days, or even 3, 4, 5, whatever. Okay. So as long as the signals, if you were here, as long as the signals present to keep on looking for longs, go for longs. All right. If you're starting to see a little behavior like this, you know, and you're over here trying to, now another issue I was telling him. So, you know, some of them want to get a entry king on level 3. You're like, man, you know, oh, let's just say you thought this was level 3. You know, oh, it's been rising for like 10 days. This is definitely level 3 chop right here. I get an entry king right here, and then you get if you get stopped out. All right, we don't want that to happen to you. So the best trade is to wait for the stop hunts. We trade the stop hunts in the business. Well, we trade after the stop hunts are done. All right. Here, they didn't give us a clear stop hunt. Now the EMA's crossed, but it's kind of like a gamble right there, because those are what kind of technical traders go for, right? We use the moving averages to confirm direction. We don't use the moving averages to trade. All right. So just because you see this moving average cross, you know, it crossed, you know, we got it. Now in this instance, you know, it crossed and yeah, it's dropping. Yeah, surprisingly, you know, retail traders are getting paid today. That's fine. You know, that's good for them. But us, we must wait for the stop hunts to get hit. You know, a retail trader is not going to know if they're going to do this. If they do an M like this, they're going to perceive this as a long. Oh, right. Buy the rallies on the uptrend, right? Okay. So they're going to perceive this as longs, all right? Today, they're winning. How many times do we win against them, right? Plenty of times. So why should we worry about one lousy trade? It's barely Sunday, trap days. Sunday, Monday, trap days. I always stress this. I can't stress this more than enough. Not only that, but the Asian session. All right? I know some of you guys weren't here with me when the GBP flash crash happened, but when I was back with my Phoenix students, they should have listened to me. Some of them did. Good. You know, I don't know, Janelle, if you aren't here, who else was in there? Steven. They remember that day. Oh, yeah, they definitely remember that day. All right. So, Asia, don't trade until you're complete with everything you've learned or whatever, okay? Let's see. I wasn't. Okay. Isn't when the water and May. Okay. Here's a question. Isn't when the water and Maya cross, there's a pullback. So yes, Nathan, yes. Usually, whenever there's a cross of the water and the Maya, there's usually a 25. I want to say 25 to 50 pip pullback. So here in this instance, they didn't even pull back. So, you know, that's fine. But in most occasions, okay, actually, I have a picture. Give me a sec. So I won't just be making stuff up. All right. Okay, so I already drew this out for you guys, but see this? See this example right here? Too big. Give me a sec. All right, so this example right here, level 3. All right. There's no visible stop hunt you trade here, so we wait for them to give us a signal to go short again. Right? We see the crossover, bam, you know, crossover. Now this is where the 50-50 comes in, right? TDI confirmation, blood in the water, out the volatility bands. All right, Jacob, it doesn't have to go out. All right, so 50-50, right? We got our 50-50 bounce right there off the water. See how price pulled back to the moving averages and gives you that bounce, that a retest of the moving averages, and then keeps dropping. Look at that beautiful drop, right? Drops again. Stop on high, right? In New York, they give you the stop on high. The direction is down. TDI confirms, gets out the bands. In this instance, blood in the water, you got them again. 50-50, bam, you got them. All right, so 1, 2, 3, reverse, right? Back to the mayonnaise right there. Beautiful. All right. And then possibly an upcycle if they do a reset, which I'll get to right now. Again, I have to keep on explaining that reset. All right. Now they do a reset, then they keep dropping and break past here. We know that this was the reset, and this new area when they consolidate will be your level 1. All right. Let's see. Let me get this off. Give me a sec, guys. Where is the... Okay, yeah, this picture right here. I know it's a little ugly. I told you guys that I failed art. All right, so right, peak formation high is here. 1, 2, 3. We get your W. Now here's what the reset. All right. So I don't want you to focus on this on right now. I explained this on the advanced course, but some of you guys are just so, curiosity kills a cat. All right. So that's fine. I understand. Right. Everybody's hungry for knowledge and they want to know now why things happen. Oh, why did it keep, dropping, or why did it keep rising? All right. So reset, a quick overview. All right. Some of you guys are new and I don't want to go over this and confuse the hell out of you. All right. So, all right. So let's say, you get your 3 levels. All right. You here, level 1. So in essence, we're thinking, all right, so, we got your level 3 chop, whatever. Now we got your level 1 consolidation. We're looking for trades away from the peak, the new peak that was established, right? That's what we're trading, right? We're trading in line with the right? The market maker. So now here's the deal. Ever had a trade where this is level 1 consolidation and then you buy, let's say, it's level 1 consolidation. It's going to go up regardless because the peak is here. Next thing you buy right here just cause. And then then next thing it drops right out of the box, and it breaks past here. And you're like, what the hell? I thought I was expecting a V. So Cash is full of crap and his pattern doesn't work. And you start cussing me out saying it doesn't work. Right? Ever had that happen to you before? I think someone here I still remember your photo on GBP You are in here. All right. So that person, there was a level 1 chop and they bought right here and then they dropped right past down, like all the way down. And they used no stop loss, by the way. No stop loss. All right. So what happened? So technically what happened, guys, in this instance was that this was your reset. Oh, Cash, but how do we know it's a reset? That's the golden token, right? Or whatever you want to say. Let's look at the chat box real quick. Janelle. Yeah, Pitman. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she remembers that one. All right. So, Cash, how do we know this is a reset? That's a good question. That's the $1 million question. And I'll be glad to answer that for you. So, this is a reset when this peak formation low, in this case, doesn't hold. All right. So if price, let me get some of this out real quick, guys. 1 sec. Oh, whoops. 1 sec, guys. All right, so get black. Okay, so price breaks past here. This was your reset. So this, when it starts consolidating below, in this case, this will be your level 1. Okay, don't confuse this and say this is level 1. It's not. This is a reset. This is called the reset. This is not level 1. It's nothing. This is a reset of the trend. Continuation meaning down. Keep pushing down. All right. This will be your level 1 chop here. Okay. Now, is there a way to predict these? No, there's not. Now, there is a way, but that would require to use the 4-hourly chart or the hourly. Okay. Because on the 15-minute, it looks, you will have a lot of resets sometimes, like especially like on UJ, you're going to be looking at, man, there's like 10 resets. Okay. So don't worry, guys, about this. This is just a little glimpse of what I'm teaching. Okay. On the advanced course, but I want to kind of clear this up for you guys. Okay. So you won't be asking me about these levels again. Okay. Not like that, but like seriously though, forget the levels, but that's the last thing of importance. Okay. So This will be your level 1 here, right? Is there a way to predict this? No, there's not. Why? But you can use the hourly and the 4 hourly. Like I said, it's in the advanced course. So if you want to wait, you can wait on that. Okay. So in the 15-minute chart, there's really no way to tell unless after this happens. After this happens, after this breaks, you're at level 1. You're still looking for shorts if the signals align. Okay. So if you have, I don't know, a stop point high, a 50-50 or a 50-50-50 or a 50-150, whatever freaking trade that comes and gives you the signals, or I don't know, a safety trade or in the stop hunt, away from this area like that, you got them. As long as they're giving you signals to keep going short, you go short. Keep it simple. Just keep it simple. And this comes with confidence. This also goes with that. Whenever you're like, man, I know the market is going to go here because of this and that. And this is when your analysis comes into play. This is why I can't stress more than enough. Don't trust anybody but your own analysis. Okay? I had to struggle before too. You've ever been in a position where, let's just say, I don't know, let's just say, I don't know, let's just say Jacob. Jacob, had his analysis that let's just say this is the EU. All right. Jacob is confident that EU is going to keep dropping because he sees this reset. All right. Okay. I'm expecting this. I'm looking for shorts only. Now, let's just say he sees a chart from, I don't know, from Pitman. He sees a chart from Pitman and he's looking for longs. All right. And Pitman is confident that it's gonna go long. All right. So this disruption is gonna cause you to be like, man, like, is Pitman right? Man, I think I'm wrong or whatever. You start losing your confidence. You go for longs, and then you get stopped out or whatever, and then you're like, damn, I freaking had it right. Why did I look for someone else's freaking analysis? And you start getting mad, right? Ever had that before? Because you're not confident in your own analysis. This is very, very important. All right? Especially some of you guys that are out there in a lot of Telegram chats, which like probably sometimes, I'm in a lot of Telegram chats and I see a lot of people going the wrong way. And I'm just like, man, I feel sorry for them. Like, if they were only my students, right? But some of you guys are out there in many multiple chats and, you see a guy trying to go long and you're over here trying to short. And because you think, let's just say some of you guys know Orlando. Let's just say Orlando, just to bring a name up, a great trader. He's a great trader. He's a great buddy of mine, by the way. All right, let's just say Orlando, he's looking for shorts. And just because he's looking for shorts in your directional buys was a buy in the first place. But I'm like, man, Orlando is obviously much better than me. I might be wrong. So let me go with Orlando because I'm confident that he's better than me and that he's right. And next thing you know, he's wrong. So be careful, all right, to what you see and trust your own analysis. Be confident in your own analysis, please. Even if you mess up, all right, even if you mess up, at least it was your own analysis, not somebody else's. That's the point. Learn from your mistakes and correct them. All right, let's look at the chat real quick. And did this to me. I think I'm just going to focus on it. That happens to me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't know who CAC11 is, but exactly. This is what I mean. So it's better to look on the hour and say, yeah, okay. So for the levels, I recommend the hourly. All right. The hourly, and if you get a little better, you can look at the 4-hour chart. It's really clear as day. If you look at UJ, whenever we get off, or I could show it to you, you can see on the 4-hour chart, you can see the clear as day anchor point on UJ. All right. Yeah, exactly, man. Jacob, you got to trust yourself, man. Trust yourself. Can't trust nobody. Even in life, you can't trust nobody. All right. And then Orlando, oh yeah, Orlando had a rough day. He had a rough day. I remember he had 10 lots on those GBPs. Poor guy, but he got it back all the a bit. But anyways, so that's what I mean. All right, you have to be confident in your own analysis. You know, just put it this way: F my own analysis, F the teacher's analysis. Go with what you think is right. Okay, like even if you let's just say me. You know, I know I'm the teacher, but let's just say I have this, and I'm not perfect. I can be wrong, and then you're like, "Ha, Cash, I told you it was going this way." That's how you start building up your confidence. Okay, now don't get cocky either. All right, that's a little it's a little that's another topic actually that I can actually go over right now. Like just because you think you got them right and this and that, or I don't know. Let's just say you graduate from my method. You start killing the markets. You start killing the markets, and man, I'm cold. I'm a beast. Whatever. Trust me. Don't get cocky. Please don't get cocky, guys. Be confident, but not cocky. When you start getting cocky, the markets will get you. I promise. I don't care who you think you are. It's got me. I know it's got some of my buddies. Be humble, please. All right. Enough of that. So let's continue to what I was saying. So that reset. All right. So this reset is really not that predictable. Okay. So now you will look again. Just quick overview. You will look for shorts after this fails to come back. All right. Or after this breaks here and just consolidates. All right. As long as the signals present to keep going short, you keep going short. Okay. Who cares about what the moving averages say? All right. They're just a guide. Remember, they're just a guide. Okay. All right. Now they got that out the way. All right. Let's go over some of the weekly setups that happened this week, which I was out, by the way, but let's see. Setup number 1. Okay, so this happened on the 23rd of November, which was what was it, Monday, I think. All right, so right, GBP JPY the pair, right, Asian consolidation. All right, the range is less than 50. Check. All right, you got your little vectors out the box. Check. TDI came out the bands. Check. All right, you got a beautiful dovey on the stop hunt box. All right, you got your LOD that extended 25 pips because it is in the stop hunt box. Right, you wait for confirmation. Don't be an entry king. Just take it right here with a lot or 50 cents or whatever your account size is. You got them. Beautiful. 1, 2, 1, 2. These little intradays. 3. You get out right there. Okay. Now, if you don't know the levels, that's fine. Use your mustard to guide you. Oh, mustard hasn't broken this whole time. The trade still got energy. Oh, the mustard is kind of getting a little wacky. I get out. Simple stuff. Get your plus. I don't know, for G. This is plus 50. I think 50 plus 75. I believe over here, somewhere around here. Like that. Just simple stuff. Get in, get out. Enjoy your day. All right. So that was GJ. All right, and that remember last week's webinar, the stop huns after the Asian box, whatever, doesn't happen. Look at this. This just happened this week. That guy was funny. All right, next one. All right, this is gold. My gold lovers. All right, a beautiful pins. Right, my tracer is purple. Okay, for my new guys that are in here. All right. HOD was here, pins, right? Beautiful M, multi-session M. You got them. You get in right there, right? You get out right here. This was here. Okay, so here, the water was a little too close. So if you want to take profit here, that was fine. That's your next quotation marks resistance, which is your low. So, you get out right there. You bag in your plus 50 for the day. You get in, get out. This was on November 25th. All right. November 25th. Easy stuff, guys. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. Oh, so this is what I was talking about. Notice how the peak formation, like I have my little trend line since way back on Euro GBP. All right. Notice this. Every time, I don't know, I think Pitman, I think you racked out on this one. Didn't you take a Brinks on Euro GBP? I think I saw some of you guys trade this one. You were like, oh man, this reversals pay out. All right. Okay. So here, notice how they came here and they don't come back to this area again. Why? Because of the contracts. All right. So beautiful. If you got in here, you took a little heat. You took a little heat, but the trade is good because you're away from this area. Okay. We're looking for shorts because we're looking bam, bam, bam. Just follow the trend. All right. Beautiful M with the trend. Stop punt. You got them. Bam. Bag your 50 plus at the water. This is a GBP cross, so you got your 50. All right. Divergence right here. You guys use divergence. Bam. Beautiful. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Pitt, man. Gotcha. All right. Next one. All right, so yeah, you can. All right, so I had said, look for shorts until you start seeing a level 3 chop. Well, clearly, you started seeing a level 3 chop. Now, notice this. All right, here, this one, if you're a little advanced, you could have taken this, because we're still looking for shorts. All right, because you don't know this is gonna happen. We don't know this, right? We're learning to learn this. Try to predict this, right? You see a little M here, excuse me, on the 5 minute, I'll might actually trying to find a little kind of like not a strategy, but kind of another efficient way so we can get a little better entries. I'm actually working on that. I might place it on the advanced portion though. I don't, I've always said to use the 15-minute chart, but I may actually use the 5 minute for educational purposes one day. And by the way, tonight we're gonna have a live trading session. So yeah, I'm loving the charts right now. So we're gonna have a live trading session for London. I'll explain that at the end of the webinar. But anyway, so on the 5 minute, it's looking like, on the 5 minute, I can assure you it's like a freaking triple top. All right, here was an M, but on the 5 minutes, like a triple top. When you got that out, you got your, get in, get out, volatility bands like that. You got them. Okay, now they came in, grabbed these guys. They came in and did a multi-session W. Now notice, what did I say about multi-sessions? They are one of the most powerful reversals out there in the method. All right, when you see the pins to the downside, multi-session W. Come on, man. Why are you double thinking it? You got them. There's nothing to be afraid of. You got them. Not only that, but they're both in the shadow box. Multi-session W. You cannot miss this. You cannot miss this. All right. First take profit and distances will be your Mayo. You're in profit in the first 30 minutes, up big, a plus 25. First take profit here. Second blueberry, get in, get out. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your turkey, which was last week, right? This was November 22nd. All right. Let's see. Finance and from trading to trading. I'm not sure if you came from the Spanish, bro, but this is the English webinar. I won't be doing Spanish. I think I don't know if Andre's here, but he does the Spanish webinars, bro. I would get with him. I think he does them on Tuesday. I'm not sure, bro. I'm sorry, but if you feel free to be here if you want to. I'm not kicking you out or anything. All right, feel free. All right. Next one. Hey, curious. I'm kind of curious. Does anybody in here trade USD Mexican? I think Tim trades USD Mexico. Who? Anybody else trades USD Mexican? Let's see. I did a fit. Okay, yeah, trading. Sí, está bien. Él va a tener el webinar, yo creo que el martes. Ahí él les va a decir, okay. All right. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. I was speaking to the guy in Spanish. All right, so USD Mexican, okay. So you know, the pattern still comes out in this pair. Now, no, now I told Pip man that man, if you're in drawdown in this pair, you're like in triple drawdown compared to like gold. This trade is this pair is deadly, but it's beautiful at the same time. All right, so now, right? They came in here, came out vectors out nasty vectors. Look at the TDI, caught the stop punts, right? Bam, in the shadow box, in the blueberry, bam. Okay, you know, dun, 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 accumulation. They pulled back. They came in one more time. Bam, shift the zone. You got your TDI. You got your little W right there. You use divergence, my divergence buddies. All right, divergence. Bam, you got them. 1, 2, 3, you get in, you get out. Right, first take profit. You know, for this pair, heck, I get out at the water. That's like 100 pips. All right, and then your second take profit, Mayo, right? So, so in this case, you know, you got your, it's there, guys. The patterns are there, even in this pair. I know it's a kind of an aggressive pair, but man, it pays. Trust me. All right. But I don't want you to trade this pair if you're still learning Forex or you're new to the method. Don't trade this pair, please. Once you're an expert or, you know, you're very profitable, then you can trade this pair. Feel free to trade any pair you want. Gold, use the Mexican silver, trade the Nike. I call it Nike, the Nike, whatever, the Japanese currency, trade whatever you want. But right now, stick to the euros, stick to GBP, stick to USDs, the simple pairs. All right. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Yeah. Jose, London session. Yeah, I will be doing a live trading session. This will be our first live trading session for us. I've been keeping my students waiting for about 3 weeks now, and I can't do that. So we will have a live trading session now today, about 2 a.m. Central. All right. So Jacob, man, you're lucky, man. It's gonna be like 7 a.m. in your country, huh? All right. So, anyways, oops, that's for another thing. And right there, was it this one? No, this is old. Level one or finished. Yeah, this is old, but I think this was the 22nd. I think I already shown this, but yeah, I think I've shown this. Yeah, this is the old picture. So yeah, so in essence, guys, I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I saw 6 setups in a slow week. 6 clear setups that you guys could have taken with 5 lots, 10 lots, or 10 cents or whatever your account size is. It doesn't matter what your account size is, but as long as you're consistently growing it. All right. So ADR broke already on UJ. All right. So I do expect it to chop. I would love it for it to come back to London, give in the stop hunt box. We got him again for this to keep dropping. But the pair has moved so much, I don't expect much movement on it. I'll probably look at a CAD Japan or I don't know, NZD Maybe they're still chopping around, so we'll look for those. All right, unless they all dropped, which I doubt, but we'll see. We'll look for something. All right. I don't want to oversleep. Much respect. Yeah, Jacob. You know. Okay, yeah, sounds good, Jose. Using Mexican is more deadly than gold. I thought gold was deadly, but it's not. Using Mexican is more deadly. All right, so I'm about to wrap things up almost. A little bit more on something I had to cover also, guys. One more thing. Okay, so on the one more time, just one more quick information. I went through my notes. I'm going to say this real quick on the resets. The trend reset will be used for the market makers to book a profit and not reverse directions. All right, so kind of what I was already saying, right? What happens? They give out their money, they need some back. All right, but now someone, I don't know if you're in here, but someone told me, oh, but Cash, fundamentals are still pointing out that USD Japan is still going to rise, right? That's what they told me. But you know what? Let's just say in this instance, the target for USD Japan must still rise to a certain point. So what they do, all right, let's just ignore all, let's just say we're still here. Oh. Let's just say we're still in price 100 and 109 or something. We're still in 109, all right? Okay. The target is that UJ must still rise to price. I don't know what we're in, like in 115 or blah, whatever. Okay, let's just say it rose to 115. We need UJ, we need UJ to rise to 115. All right, we need it to go there. So what they will do is that they'll keep on resetting the trend by forming another anchor point. All right, that's what they're gonna keep on doing. A V or a W in this instance, and this is a uptrend, so we're looking for V's and W's. All right, and then they break the previous high and continue up another 3 days or so. All right. Okay, so pretty much a reset would represent a new peak formation, high or low. You can expect 3 more days of rise or fall. Okay, very important though. I'll say it again. However, if no trader falls for it, the market maker may reverse the direction after only 1 more level or 2 more levels. Okay, so that goes back to the picture which I was telling you. Oh, one sec, guys. This goes back to this picture again. So if they come here and break past here and they consolidate and people don't fall for it, he may reverse the direction. Again, I have to repeat myself. He reversed the direction after only 1 more level or 2 more levels. That's why you have to understand his behavior in order to understand where you are in the cycle, okay? So, let's just say, man, a lot of people are not falling for this, for it, let me reverse. And then you reverse right back up again. All right. So this is where also stop loss comes in handy, okay? Right, I've said in my videos that even if you get the pattern right and everything, will it fail? I've had it one. I think someone asked me this back in my previous classes, back in my other days, and when I was in the other company. Yes, it will fail. All right. Why? You may ask. You had your 3 vectors. Let's just say you got your 3 vectors out the box. You got everything. You got your TDI, and price still rises. What did you do wrong? Let me tell you what you did wrong. Nothing. You did nothing wrong, man. Nathan, Jacob, Pitman, JR, Janelle, everybody in here, Steven. You guys did nothing wrong. It failed. All right. It's I don't know how to tell you, but even if you got everything correct and it failed, don't get discouraged and say, oh man, this freaking method doesn't work, it's BS. Or man, Cash just talks all this and that, but I don't see the results. Look, if you have a trade or 2 that go wrong, this is where, again, your confidence will start dwindling. You're going to start getting desperate and start looking for any freaking M or W that you see out there. Okay, so let's just say, let's go through the charts real quick. Let's just say, but Cash, he said this, so I see a beautiful M. You start taking every freaking M that you start seeing, and you lose. Oh, let me take this M. You start taking this M and you lose. 2 trades in a row start kind of discouraging you, right? Like, man, what the hell? Or especially if you're new. If you're learning this method and you see these, man, this method is crap. It doesn't work. You know, I'm not saying I've had people say that, but if it comes to that point ever, you have to understand where you're going wrong. All right. It's very important, very imperative. All right. Now, if you're studying and putting in the work and you obviously see that this is a clear uptrend, you're like, okay, you know, Cash said as long as, you know, the trend is still up and it's giving me signals to keep going up, let's keep going up, you know? Or if it's in the downtrend, if it's giving me short positions, let's keep going short. All right? It's just don't overcomplicate things, guys. Be confident in your trades. If you lose, don't get discouraged, man. Please. Heck, have I ever had losing trades? Yes. Of course, anybody has. JR has. I've had big losses before, but because of stupid decisions. All right? I think like I'm not ashamed to say because I'm not perfect. All right? But as long as you're more profitable than you lose, you're good, man. Heck, you can be a 55% accurate trader, you still can be profitable. As long as you're over 50, you're profitable, right? If you do the math, you're profitable if you're over 50, regardless. Okay? So every trade that you take, all right, let's go back to this one. I really like this one. All right, every trade that you take, Jacob or, you know, anybody else, at Nathan, every trade that you take, please be confident in your decision. Even if, you know, I don't know, great names out there. I don't know. Let's just say, heck, I don't know, but let's just say a random name. Let's just say, damn, I can't think of a good name. Let's just say Aaron. Aaron, you know, he's a great trader. And, man, you know, Aaron's a great trader, but he's still looking to short UCAT. But I don't know, man, because, you know, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Man, I see this. I don't know, man. Don't just be confident. Just say screw you, Aaron today. Aaron. Screw you, Aaron today. I'm gonna go long because I'm confident that this will pay out. It cannot fail. All right, you got him. Bam. Your confidence starts to rise, and you feel good about yourself, right? Whenever you want to trade and you're like, you're up, you're like, man, well, you feel comfortable, right? You feel good. You feel good about yourself, right? Like, it's normal. Excuse me. So learning this to be confident will make you more profitable in the future as well. All right. Being confident in your own analysis, in your own judgment will make you profitable in the long run. All right. I'm trying to make you guys into machines and to, I don't know, one day you guys might even teach this, you know, I don't know. You know, Pitman is doing a very good job, by the way, bro. I really, really appreciate, I really see the hard work, man. Nathan, you too. All right. So be confident, please, in your trades, okay? I've said this like 10 times already, but all right. Be confident, be confident, be confident. Don't let anybody tell you what to do, or don't let anybody tell you, oh, it's gonna go this or not. Even if it goes wrong, you still have the confidence enough to say, oh, well, you know, it failed, because that's where you start. You know, I know Nathan does whenever he loses a trade. I think it's pretty cool, by the way, but whenever Nathan loses a trade, you know, he writes it down. Okay, so at this time, blah blah blah, I lost this trade because of this and this and that. Kind of like a little diary of his losses. So in the future, he can work on himself and know why he lost the trade. All right, even when his confidence was high up there. All right. So let's see. Let's look at the chat box. Pitman said Pierre. Come on, Pitman. Yeah, no problem. All right. Everybody that stayed in here, very glad that all of you guys stayed in here. Anybody have any questions in regard to what I've taught today about your confidence or about people telling you otherwise? Bring it in, Jacob. Let's see. Bring it in. While he writes that down, does anybody have any other questions? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who you are. Okay. Let's see. Who was in here today? Hey, Tyrone. Glad you made it, bro. I don't know how long you've been here. Glad you made it, buddy. All right. Any other question, guys, for today? So keep in mind. Oh, well, while he does that, by the way, today, 2 p.m. Central time, I'm gonna wake up with my little alarm. I'll probably wake up at 1:45, just to kind of get the computer warmed up, so on and so forth. We're gonna have a live trading, our first live trading. You're gonna trade with me today, okay? Next week it'll probably be with JR, but today y'all gonna be trading with me. I usually do my trades. My trade is from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. If I see nothing in an hour, I just go to bed. It's that simple, all right? So I'm telling you right now, if you guys want to stay up with me, that's fine. I know Jacob, he's up and it's like 8 a.m. over there, so he's good, all right? But us, the U.S. citizens, the U.S. residents, we got to be up, at that time. We see no setup. If I see no setup, guys, let's go to bed together, okay? At least we didn't lose money, right? All right, let's see. I think I'm on Jacob, stop losses. Can you show me how you set yours? Okay, Jacob. So I do use stop losses, but I'm not saying because I'm good, I don't use them. But let's just say that whenever you're so, it goes back to what I was saying. Whenever you're so confident in your trade that is going to pay out, the stop loss just becomes like a whatever to you. Okay, I'm not saying don't have it, but if you want the exact thing, it's about, I don't know. I don't even go by the decimals, Jacob. It's just like a 15 pip stop loss, bro. Honestly, 15 pip to 20 pips, depending on my entry. If it's a bad entry, I'll probably put like a 25. But I don't be exact with the decimal, bro. I don't do all that, bro. To me, it's too much extra. All right. But I mean, on the put it 23 takes because I said it wrong. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm not sure, Jacob, but okay. Let's go here. Real quick. Just a quick overview. Stop loss. Let's just say I got in here. My stop loss, Jacob. I noticed all the pins here, so it would go somewhere around here. So it will go. So if price is at 975, I'll put it somewhere around like about 830ish, somewhere around here, right here, away from the pins, away from all this work. That's where I'll put it. I just keep it simple, man. All right, I don't overcomplicate things. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Jacob. I don't like UCAD. I don't know if it's at 975. I'll probably put it like at 815. What is that in pips? That's like 15 pips, I think. But yeah, like XSA, yeah, each pair changes. So if you're in a GBP pair, I would put a little tighter stop loss. That's my personal opinion, though. All right, one more safe. John, honestly, I'm the one that does the US sessions, but since I'm liking the charts right now, well, it looked like it's gonna be lit tonight. I don't use that word, but it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be good. I will be trading the London Sunday trap days. All right. Mm, but I usually do the New York, and JR will be doing London. All right, John, I think it's Papa John. If that's you, hey, good job on your chest. Uh, and it says, never forget. Yeah, I don't even mess with that pip, man. I don't the pip count. Nah. Yeah, no problem. Normal pairs, double pips at every single 100. Again, Jacob, I don't put 100 pip stop loss on GBP. I just get in and put like a 25. Oh, safety trade. No, okay, safety trade. No, it's the same thing. 50 to 75 pips. Okay, like, man, hold on. One sec, guys. All right, so let's say this is the safety. Okay, no, let's say this is the safety. All right, we have this, blah blah. Okay, now they come here. To me, Jacob, the safety is in the stop hunt box. All right. Now, if they come down here and repeat this level, well, that's a 22 style. Okay. So that's that. So if they come here and it's about 50 to 75, the rules apply to every pair, by the way. All right, that's what I go for, 50 to 75 pips. GBP is the same thing. Look at Euro GBP. It's, I don't know, like 80 pips away, but it's the same friggin' thing. Just keep it simple. If you can draw a trend line and the next stop hunt is here, that's a safety. Why make it complicated? Why go over, oh, it has to be exactly 80 pips or whatever. Nah, man, just keep it simple. All right. Trade in line with the peak, and that's it. All right. So the safety is the stop point. Cese, I go over this in the advanced portion, but pretty much, yeah, the safety trade is a trade that you can take whenever they come back close to the peak. Like in this instance, right here in the red, if they come back to the peak formation high, but don't take it out. So I don't think I don't have a picture of it. I think AUD USD did it once, but if I find it, I'll send it to you. But yeah, pretty much, they do their AM and they come here and do this away, kind of like Euro GBP. See how I drew that line, that horizontal? I don't know if it's horizontal or vertical, but like this, and it trade away from this area. That's a safety like that. So, things like that. Okay, that would be your safety like that. All right, as long as they don't come back up here. Now, if they come back up here again, Sisse, that would be a 22 style, with 22 trade, okay? Second leg of a second leg, failed to take out the high, you got them. All right, this is a direction down, you got them, okay? So in essence, yeah, it is kind of like a stop line. All right, no Asia. Yeah, Jacob, no Asia right now, brother. No Asia. All right, Jacob. Glad I got that. Any other questions? Any other questions before we close? And I'll see you guys in about 5 hours. Any questions? All right. Looks like we're good. I want to thank everybody that was here today. Some of you guys that are new, I'm glad you attended, Aylan, CC. Glad to have you here. Glad to have all you new guys that came in. All right. So this is it. If you want to trade London, I'll put the code or if you don't, I'll send the link out in the teacher channel. Okay, always be aware of the teacher channel. I'll post mostly everything there. All right. Everybody have a good night, good morning. I'll see you guys in 5 hours. Peace.